Well, well.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Mike, one of the senior developers at 11 Hour Games, held its normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 158. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community and gave us some Season 2 teasers. And we're going to jump right into this around timing in between content drops.
Excited for what's coming, but it's so long until April. Yeah, it is. I know, it's frustrating. When season 2 comes out, are you aiming to release a season every 3 to 4 months regularly? I don't have a fixed time that I'm gonna commit to on the frequency. I know that the community has let us know very loud and clear that they're not happy with how long it has been. Absolutely, we've heard you. Oh, this isn't on. Might make it a little bit better. Balance that out for a second. Huh. I don't know, better or worse? Better or worse? Anyways, yeah, the time, it's been way too long, and definitely heard you on that one. I don't want to put any numbers to things right now, just in case I'm wrong. Too high, too low, doesn't matter. I'm not going to say any specifics, but we do hear you very loud and clear that you feel 9 months is too long, and we agree 9 months is too long. We think it's going to be the best thing for the game going forward, though, and I hope you'll agree once it comes out, when season 2 comes out, that it was worth the wait.
Now, Mike goes on to say later in the stream that they are content locking for season 2 within the week, which is crazy. The fact that we're not even mid-January and they are already not going to be adding anything for April. They really want to test everything, make sure it's good so that when it drops in April, it's good to go. No bugs, no server problems, which I think is awesome. Mike also says in this stream that he's not even working on anything season 2 for a while now. He's only working on season 3. So I feel very confident that right after season 2, within 3 or 4 months, we are definitely going to get season 3. I get asked all the time, Aaron, is there going to be new dungeons for season 2?
New dungeons coming or major changes to the old ones? No new dungeons in 1.2. We do have new dungeons planned for the future. We are updating some of the ways that you interact with dungeons. I'd say the best way I can say the changes to the dungeons that are coming is focused around removing the friction from the system. So making it just flow more naturally, having just having, like, if something goes wrong, being able to recover from that better. Just a cleaner experience where there's less friction involved really is the big changes we're looking at for 1.2. We are also eyeing up the so we are working on a procedural generation system that I think will be really useful in dungeons going forward. We don't have any dungeons taking advantage of that system in 1.2.
So Mike kind of goes on to talk about that they are really working hard. This is like Mike's big project, his big vision for the future is procedural generation. And once they have this going and cooking, it's going to be so much easier to introduce new dungeons that are dynamic, that are ever changing, and just makes it more nimble for EHD to implement dungeons into the future. Quest echoes?
Any changes to quest echoes in normal monoliths or normal mono changes in general? Not a lot. There's some. Not much. There's... Oh, actually there is, yeah. Sorry, yes. There are a lot of changes to the way that just like monoliths in general work and how you interact with them and what there is to do and all that sort of stuff. But not like specifically for normal monos. Don't.
Endgame, endgame, endgame. Now, as you could imagine, almost every other question was about some feature in Path of Exile 2 that people want to see in Last Epoch. This is what always happens. Even when Diablo 4 launched, everyone's like, hey, can we get an adventure mode or a campaign skip? It is the natural course of action RPGs. Listen to this.
Looking handsome as ever. Any future plans for unique currency stash tabs? First off, thank you. Appreciate it. And we don't have anything for season 2 like that. I would really like to. It's something that we've been getting asked more and more. Yeah, I'd really like to. I think we've got some interesting tech coming down for a system in. I can't believe I'm just figuring this out right now. Like, I've been asked this question several times, and I knew this tech was going to be there. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. This would work well for it. No, it's not a bad pickup. We've got some stuff coming for 1.2, one of the systems in 1.2 that's going to, that I think would allow us to create a unique tab to like track all of the unique items you've ever found, without having them to actually be committed to the tab, but still show you the stats that they had. Like that specific item. So you're not just being like, I found a item that was of this type, but I found this item that was of this type, but it's not actually sitting there in the tab, so you can still use the item. So that's the biggest problem that I've had personally with a lot of those ideas, is that you're like, well, either you're just recording that you found an item, like you found a red ring at some point, who knows how good it was, or that red ring has to actually like sit in the slot and you can't use it. And if you only have one red ring, you don't want to have it just sitting in a slot to track that you found one ever. And we've got a system that we've built for something else entirely that would fix this problem completely. So I'll push for it. No promises, no timeline, but I think it'll work better than I've ever thought it would work before, in a good way.
Thanks, Mike. New weapon types?
You guys planning to add new weapon types? Yes. And if you could choose a new one, what would it be? So we are adding new base types, so like new one-handed swords and new gloves and new boots and things like that. So like we're adding new gear of existing types and things like that. But I'm assuming what you mean is like not the, like this is a broadsword. So I assume you're not asking like, are we going to add more like a long sword and a crystal sword and a, you know, but are you adding new things that would go in this category? So instead of a one-handed sword, maybe a two-handed crossbow or something like that, or a one-handed fist weapon or something like that. Like I think that's what you're asking for. And I mean the answer to both is yes, but the answer to are there going to be coming when are those things happening? New base types, like new categories of weapons, is not something that's coming in season 2, but it is something that we are working on for the future. I think a lot of those abilities that are a lot of those weapon types that are probably a little more obviously missing are really cleanly tied to certain missing classes as well. And so we'll probably wait and introduce them at the same time as new classes or masteries. But not always. So, you know, like I don't think crossbow would have to wait. And there are some weapon base type categories that have already been in the game data for a long time. So like when websites that host a bunch of the game data do their data mining, they're seeing that there's why does the item ID, why does the weapon ID subtype jump from 7 to 9? I think it skips one in around there. I think it skips 8. I think that's fist weapons. And it skips another one in like 25, which I think is crossbows. So yeah, like there's definitely plans for more things in those categories in the future.
Sounds like what Mike is saying, no new categories for season 2, but new base types of existing categories. Now, last week I made a video covering the new UI, and that video was not really scheduled to be around the new UI. It was supposed to be an Atera monthly video, which it was, but inside of that video, I noticed something. EHG, pretty sure by mistake, put up an image of the new bug reporting tool. And in that image, what does it show? The new UI coming for season 2, which of course I had to point out to the audience. I didn't put out the picture, but I'm pretty sure that video led to this.
Here's a cool thing. So last week we kind of maybe sort of accidentally leaked a teeny tiny image of this. So here's a proper image of it, so you can actually see what it looks like. There was a when we talked about the new bug reporting tool, the F8 to open the bug reporting tool and have a screenshot taken of anywhere, which is so nice. We used the screenshot. There was a sub screenshot of the screenshot preview of the inventory. So this new box here is the new version of what's going to sit in your inventory there. And so you can see there's new stuff at the bottom here, new categories of things that'll go in the keys tab, and there's a new category of things that you'll want to pick up that go in their own tab. And that's all. It's all here. It's all in your inventory.
So just to reiterate what Mike is saying, your inventory now is going to be kind of like Diablo 4. You know how Diablo 4, you've got the different tabs for the different things. And they've already mentioned that the quality of life that keys and shards, you can have all that stuff auto transfer. So you no longer have to click the transfer button unless you want to. But on here, you're going to have the items, just your regular gear that you're used to, which you could still sort. Your keys will automatically go into this new key tab. And there are 2 new things coming to the key tab. They have a whole new category that they have yet to show off. And then you have gifting. So it's going to be very cool. It is huge quality of life. Moving right along to leak number 2.
Here is a new node for Smite. Simple, easy, no problem.
This new swipe node, just so you're aware, 8%, because you could put 4 points in, to base crit. 8. Now let's talk multiplayer.
It is their plans for optional multiplayer in-game content / fixes to the multiplayer system. Not sure if this was addressed. So I think the issues being referenced are see how long this is taking to populate and decide is there actually anyone there? There's no friends online. Not surprising.
Which, by the way, my social panel never works. I literally have a bunch of friends. They're all playing and it shows they're offline. I don't know. This thing's been buggy for so long.
How long this takes to interact with, I'm not going to open these things up, but this social panel runs on the chat backbone, and we are replacing the chat backbone because it's not fast enough and way too expensive.
All right, everyone. Unfortunately, we have come to the final question for Dev Chat 158 around my favorite subject, new minions. Mike, as always, thank you for the Friday live streams. The community truly appreciates it. Sets you guys apart from so many other game studios. Please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, only if you think I've earned it. Check out the Discord. We're approaching 4,500 members. We do a game giveaway every 2 weeks. Just for being a member of the community, we're kind of the unofficial voice chat for Last Epoch. There is still daily players playing LE in Discord and in voice chat. We also do community races, movie nights, game nights. It's an awesome place to hang out. Best way to support is Patreon. And FYI, Mike kept getting questions over and over again about this pet. This is not a new cosmetic pet coming for season 2. This is a very, very, very old pet. I think maybe even Kickstarter pet from probably 6 or 7 years ago. So just FYI. All right, I'm done. Mike, take it away.
Oh wait, Entangling Roots is still just at the end of the Shaman tree who plays Shaman. Yes, it is still in the game, but it does need some love, and it is getting some love in season 3. It might have updates in season 2 as well. I don't know actually, but I do have something cool for it in season 3. Any plans for more minions to be implemented into the game? We know Aaron loves minion builds. There are no new minion abilities coming this patch. No new baseline minion abilities. But there are new minions coming at least by season 3. in a yeah, yeah, technically true.